Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Perhaps I shouldn't tell you the rest, but in my opinion, this part is the best. So sit down and listen if you have the time, as I tell you the tale of the kingdom of Ryme.
That's annoying. Good morning. Oh, where is everybody? Hello, chicken. There they are. Hello, friends. Hello. Hello, Frank. You're looking nice this morning. You still can't understand me? Yes, I am aware. Oh, I'm sorry. I am in the way. Hello. Oh, okay. Hi. There you are. Hi, Chet. Did you know that you're the only one that likes me? You're also the only one that understands me, which is weird. You know why that is? No? Oh. I mean, I guess it has something to do with my internal dialogue processing unit. Oh, I got an egg. The way that I kind of just say things in my head without saying them out loud. Because you know what happens when I try to talk out loud. You've heard it. It's creepy. I mean, you are the one that ended up putting me back together after you found me. You still haven't told me where you found me, by the way. Oh. It's not far from here? Well, why didn't you tell me before? I wasn't ready. Oh, I guess that's kind of true. What changed your mind? Oh. Yeah, I guess I am kind of scaring the other villagers, aren't I? They probably told you to tell me that, huh? Over there, huh? Okay. Chet, do you ever wonder about your purpose in life? Never mind. Off you go. You ever wonder about your purpose in life? I mean, I know yours is to explore, because that's what you do. You're good at wandering away from home. But I'm not so good at it. I've been here for the past... When did you find me? 2 days ago? I've been here for 2 full days, and I still don't know what my purpose in life is. Ever since I woke up after you rebuilt me, I've been wondering, what was I supposed to be doing? What do you mean? Go back? To where you found me? I guess that would be the only reasonable option. I guess you're right. The only way to actually find out what I was truly made for was to figure out what happened to me over there, I guess. Don't suppose you have a boat, would you? Thank you all so much for your hospitality. I will return. And the rest of you still can't understand me. Yeah, it's definitely time I was on my own. Alright. This is not my house. Well, I don't have very much to take with me, but not like I'll be gone forever. I'm just gonna go look. Not that big of a deal. Cat said it was this way. Their particular language isn't terribly broad in vocabulary. He mostly just nodded in this direction, but that's enough for me. Said I'd know it when I see it. Oh, that looks about right. This used to be a village? Can't be, right? The other villagers would have known about this. This is way too big to be a villager house. What is this? Ow! Was this all one building? That's amazing. What did this used to be? Can't have been a village. Huh. Huh? Rebuild. Rebuild this? Oh, there's even more back here. I think this is it. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is the objective that hasn't been fulfilled in my head yet. Okay. That was a very deep hole that I just very much fell into and almost died. What happened here? Forget what it was. What did this? I guess whatever happened doesn't matter. At least not to my initial programming. All that matters is that I rebuild it. But where do I even start? I don't even know what most of this was. Well, whatever the case may be, I can't do anything without the proper tools. I guess it would help to start with figuring out what this was, what it was made out of. What is this? What is that? Oh, it's a poem? One of the villagers used to write poetry. I mean, I don't have much of a sense of creativity, but, it wasn't the best. But what is this? What does this say? Peter, pumpkin eater, had a wife and couldn't keep her. Kept her in a pumpkin shell, and there he kept her very well. That's a bit cryptic. A pumpkin shell? Well, this wood is orange. Does that mean this was a pumpkin? I mean, it's no villager house, but you know what? I think that makes it even better. A pumpkin house. Interesting. I could do that. I actually know what this wood is. This is acacia wood. I wonder if that means all of these were strange houses and stuff. This is already so much better than the village. I'm not going to get anything rebuilt without the proper tools. I know a little bit about tool making from the villagers, but they said that gathering the resources for them is a lot harder than actually making them. You have to go in caves. And caves aren't the friendliest places to be. They're usually teeming with monsters and spiders the size of humans. Stuff that probably took out some of these buildings. I definitely don't have enough supplies for that yet. But you know what? I bet the villagers do. I'll just take some of this. I'm sure they won't mind. I'm just taking this and nothing else. Actually, I will probably be chopping down one of these trees. I'm sorry. That's enough. I can gather the rest on my own. I was most worried about food. Chet said that it's odd that a redstone machine like me would need food. I don't know any different. He says it's because my stomach is a composter. I'm not sure if he was being literal or not. Kinda hard to tell with him. I made myself some very basic tools and enough torches to last me until I can find some more coal. Also, I stole a bed from the village. They won't miss it. I'm sure. Why are all of these just drops straight downward? Delving into a cave is... Ow! Well, I may have found a good cave entrance just by accidentally falling into it. Oh, you know what? This was an awful decision. This is a tiny cave, actually. I will take the copper, though. I do like copper. Some might say it's close to my heart. Get it? Get it? Because right there on my chest, that's copper, and it's where my heart... Okay. You know, I'm starting to see where that personality error was coming from. In fact, I think it's getting worse. This looks a little bit more intimidating, but... Okay, we'll try it. Alright. Oh, that's already not a good sign. I've already heard monsters. More coal, though. I'll take more coal. I like coal. There's some iron. This might actually be okay. Right. Good. Oh, more lava. And what appears to be a mine shaft. This is where I need to start being cautious because, yep, there are definitely spiders here. And who knows what else. I've never had to fight a monster that I remember. Oh, but I'd rather not start now if at all possible. I feel fear. I'm capable of feeling fear because I have skulk in my circuitry. Deep slate already. I happen to know that sometimes diamonds can be found at deep slate level, but in order to get the diamonds I would have to smelt some of the iron that I've acquired. I might consider doing that before I delve into the darkness and possibly never return. This is not friendly. Oh, that is a very big cave. I am not ready for that. I will stick with my wall iron. I have yet to see any mobs. I don't exactly know why that's a concern. It just feels too easy. And my stone pickaxe is about to perish. I should probably smelt up some of that iron. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. There they are. I was wondering where all the mobs went. Yeah, I'm kind of in your territory, aren't I? I think I'm going to be content with what I have. Oh, well, I was not expecting to find those. Directly over lava, in the dark. I believe I'm going to risk it. Looks so interesting down there, but it is so dark. Strange. My objectives are telling me to gain as many resources as quickly as possible. Oh, very exciting. But my skulk, my emotions per se, is telling me to be as cautious as possible where... Oh, it sounds so close, but I don't see it. Humans might call it having a conscience. I think that's a pretty nice way of putting it. I am quite conscious of my feelings at the moment. Oh, beautiful. Oh, that's all of my torches. Okay, I need to go home. I might as well. Although I will be grabbing some of this tuff. not a good idea. Okay, I'm glad we figured that out. I should probably leave before I anger anything else. Oh, nope, nope. I know exactly what that is. It was so quiet, too. Guess that's why they call them creepers. There you are. I'd rather you didn't surprise me next time. And that's how we're going to make sure. Oh, hello. Hi. Oh, I did not think you could fit through there. Please don't. Thank you. Oh, beetroot and melon. That looks not very friendly. Oh, you definitely don't look friendly. Please go away. Oh. Ow. I didn't know I was capable of getting poisoned. Oh dear. Okay. Let's not do that again. I knew things were going too well. Alright, no more distractions. It's time we went home. Fresh air. That went surprisingly well. I got quite a bit of iron out of that. And a couple of diamonds. That is a good amount of iron. And a good amount of copper. I think it's time we started smelting some of this. That looks like progress to me. After all that smelting, we have a stack and 14 of iron ingots. That is not bad. That should make us some nice tools, I think. But tools are one thing, and acacia wood entirely another. Finding the resources to rebuild these houses is probably going to be the trickiest part. I don't know exactly what they looked like originally. Not like the poem came with pictures, but I know it was a pumpkin. But no one wants to live in an actual pumpkin like that. I don't know who Peter was, but I can't imagine he enjoyed actually living in an actual pumpkin. Let's be honest, I think this would be a lot better, and it looks like this is what it was made out of originally anyway. That means we need to go find some acacia wood. Thankfully, one of the villagers had a friend, and that friend lives in a savanna, which doesn't sound like it's too far from here, but I think that's going to be the next task. Oh, it's raining. At least it's not a thunderstorm. But speaking of thunderstorm, I need to remember that mobs are still an issue. As much as I would like to think I can hold my own, I did pretty well in the caves. Ooh! Oh no, I still got pretty close to not being able to function anymore back there. And Chet wouldn't have been able to find me this time. And since I'm wandering so far from home, it would be a good idea to make myself some armor with some of the iron that I got. Breastplate, pants, boots. That's a minecart, boots, and a helmet. Did I also mention I have a villager friend who is an armor smith? Not the cheeriest of conditions, but let's try it on. Ah, it fits! That's a bit of a surprise, given this is my first time making myself armor. No sense in raiding out the rain. And in true Chet fashion, he nodded in this direction. Wait. Oh, that was easy. At least it's not raining here. Whoa. Let's not fall down there. There's a jungle this way. It might not be the worst idea to gather some stuff from over there as well. You know, if I got some saplings from this, I could grow these at home. Then I wouldn't have to make this short journey ever again. Look at that. There's bamboo over there. And birch. Don't know what I would use this for, but you never know. Especially with how eccentric some of these houses apparently were. People were living in pumpkins for crying out loud. Don't think jungle wood is too far of a stretch. Think I want some of that bamboo. This is fun. That should be enough for a while. I have what I need. I'm running out of food. I think I might have to start growing some of my own. It's time we started a little bit of a wheat farm here. Now, obviously, I don't have that many seeds. I had one. I need a lot more of these to start that off. And you know what? It looks like a lot of this place needs to be mowed down, so I'll look for seeds in here. Huh? Oh, is it? This is a little longer than a poem. Itsy Bitsy Spider. What's this all about?
The itsy bitsy spider crawled up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. If you ignored the hordes of monsters lurking outside its walls, the giant spiders in its sewers, and the occasional flying cows in its skies, then the kingdom of Ryme was a truly peaceful place. Everyone knew that the kingdom of Ryme was riddled with beasts of various kinds, but there's much disagreement on how they came to be there. What came first, the kingdom or the mobs? I won't bore you with the debate, but you should know not even the grand wall that surrounded the kingdom could keep out every mob in the forest, as proven when King Cole and his trusted advisors surveyed a nearby breach.
The water spout of all things. I thought the spiders were too big to fit.
It must have been a small one,
said Rye as he ducked to look into the waterspout's opening. Mallard turned to the king.
What should we do, Your Highness? The mobs are growing restless again.
The king didn't answer, not right away. He was busy trying to distract the young prince and princess. The prince could not be contained, however, and soon broke away to join Rye at the spout.
I could fit in here. Look, I'm a spider.
Thankfully, the prince had his father's optimistic spirit and was too short to climb through. The princess clutched her father's robe timidly.
Is the spider still in there?
The king crouched down to her level.
If it is, it must be a shy spider. Maybe if you came up with a song for it, it'd be less scary for both of you.
Okay.
She jumped to join her brother at the opening. Meanwhile, Mallard's ever-professional smile was starting to slip.
The monster's in the pipes, Your Highness. What should we do?
The king glanced at the pipe and smiled.
It's only a spider, Mallard. The guards can handle it.
Only a spider? And what about last time when it was only a skeleton? 3 of the sheep nearly died.
The king was a calm man. Some would say he was peaceful to a fault, impossibly cheerful, even in the midst of the queen's death in childbirth 9 years ago, and no one knew why or how. He took a deep breath and answered calmly.
Things were worse before the wall. You may remember when I first...
Yes, we know.
The king raised a disappointed eyebrow, but would not be deterred. He waved for his children to join them.
Jack and Jill don't. This is a good time to tell them.
Rye herded the prince and the princess towards their father. Jill sang to herself as they came. The king knelt to their level again and looked them in the eyes.
What is it?
I think it's time you learned how the kingdom came to be.
Oh,
Ooh.
Did you know that I fought a wither? And won?
you did?
Yes, the deadly spawn of the nether itself. The skulls to summon it were a nightmare to collect. But it was said that if you defeated one, you would earn yourself a wishing star. And so, I did.
Whoa.
Every star grants 3 wishes. I used the first wish for this kingdom. Granted, I was young at the time. I knew nothing about ruling a kingdom. But a kingdom I got, complete with subjects and advisors and servants. I soon realized my mistake when the monsters started to attack. It never occurred to me that where I made this wish was first and foremost home to deadly creatures. In order to remedy this mistake, I used my next wish to build the wall. But even that didn't solve the issue. So I realized that wishes will not fix my foolish mistakes. Only I can do that. Which means the only sensible thing to do with my final wish is to leave it to the 2 of you. As long as you promise to use it wisely. Wishes are only good if you use them with good, selfless intentions.
Jack nodded eagerly. Jill nodded less so, the responsibility weighing heavily on her little mind.
Now, as for this spider,
Yes, Your Highness.
install a grate.
Mallard nodded dutifully as the group began to leave. Well, most of the group.
Sconce!
The candlestick maker was staring up at the wall with a taut expression on his face and an inspired gleam in his eyes.
Huh?
Moving along?
Ah, yes, I will be there soon.
And so he would be. He would be at the solution to their problems soon. Very soon indeed.
This was a kingdom. There were monsters around. The walls kept them out, kind of. If the monsters didn't do this, then what did? I am more confused than usual, but Ryme, that's what this used to be. A whole kingdom. And I think I have to rebuild it. What is it about this place? Why do I feel so attached to it? Maybe it'll make more sense once I've rebuilt a couple structures. Maybe I can find out why I was here. I think it's safe to assume that whatever did this was also the thing that tore me to pieces. But whatever the case may be, this thing isn't going to rebuild itself. Hopefully I've gathered enough to be able to rebuild as much of the structure as I can. We'll take it one small build at a time. We'll take one small build at a time, one small block at a time. did it. It's a little bit more than a pumpkin. I took some creative liberties. Oh, I also left the door open. Don't look in there. I'm rather proud of myself, actually. I even did the back of it. Looks pretty cozy for a gourd, but the important bit is the inside because that's where I'm gonna be staying. And you know what? I think living conditions could be worse. Got all my storage over here. I've got a bit of an organization issue, but that's a tomorrow problem. The bed, very important place to sleep. Fireplace, which is a bit of a fire hazard, but don't worry, I made sure most of the material around it is stone. A little workstation here, place to sit. Not that I'm going to be doing much of that. And there's a little attic up here for extra storage in case downstairs gets really out of hand. It's been raining a lot here recently. Is this another thunderstorm? And I gave myself a little letterbox. I don't know why. I don't know, somebody could use it. I started a little farm over here because I started starving. Really the only thing I've been eating right now since I ran out of bread from the villagers are the melons. I'm not worried. I'll get the food situation sorted later. For now, I'm going to be content with this first house, get myself settled, and then get started on the rest. I think the castle is what interests me most. I have a feeling this place, ow, is gonna hold the most answers. Oh, shoot. No! Yeah, good enough. Okay. I don't know what else to say. But there's creepers, so I gotta go. Oh, it looks so cozy. I did a cottage core, guys. Look at this. Ooh, with the rainbow. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Look at that. Gosh, I need better food.